Joining me now on set is our panel, Noah Rothman, senior writer at the National Review, and former Homeland Security Secretary and current partner at Paul Weiss, Jay Johnson. Thanks so much to both of you for being here. Secretary Johnson, let me start with you. What were your takeaways last night? Do you think that last night changed anything about the Republican field?
I had two thoughts. One, Chris Christie, who was my governor, I'm a resident of New Jersey, left governor in 2017, woefully unpopular. In that debate last night, he is like the one truth teller. He's polling at, what, 3%? He knows he has no shot to get the nomination. He's just there to basically, he did last night what he does best, debating. You remember that takedown moment of Marco Rubio in 2016, for example. I think he overall wants to improve his image, improve his standing, improve his prestige. He's in it for that, and he's good at debating. The question I have every time I see Nikki Haley, who's on the rise, is whether, Trump does have a 50-point lead in that group, is whether he would be willing to offer her number two and she'd be willing to take it. That's the question. But overall, I've noticed, particularly in primary campaigns, candidates enter the race polling at a certain level, and then sometimes the more you see them, their numbers go down, and sometimes the more you see them, their numbers go up. And that does seem to be the case with DeSantis and Haley. He started here. He's been dropping. That's been arrested somewhat, but Governor Haley continues to climb, and you may see a surprise in New Hampshire, South Carolina.
Well, that's what makes it so exciting, Noah, because there is, even though Trump is so far out in front, because we are talking about caucuses, this is a very different way, unique way of weighing in, casting your ballot, if you will. So could there be a surprise? And did last night change anything, do you think? I mean, the secretary is talking about the fact that, yes, we have seen Nikki Haley with this momentum. It's a real fight for second place.
Yeah, but you framed it right. It's a fight for second place. I would be surprised if last night changed any dynamics. First of all, it was a very low-rated debate, as far as we understand it. About 3 million people tuned in. And I can't really think of any viral moments that are going to translate in the next couple of weeks into organic enthusiasm. But enthusiasm is the big question. As far as Iowa goes, it's not quite like the Democratic 2008 primary, where everybody argues with each other and there's second ballots, there's multiple ballots, and they all have to sort themselves into camps. It's more like a firehouse primary. It's definitely, it is a standard primary, but there's an enthusiasm element there, and getting people out to vote for their candidate could matter quite a bit. Donald Trump is banking quite a bit on his image, right? He's banking on the idea that his persona, his aura is such that he doesn't really have to campaign very much. And the polls suggest he's right. But enthusiasm on the ground matters quite a bit. Ground game matters quite a bit. He does have it. But Ron DeSantis' team is very, he's got the governor behind him. He's got Bob Vander Plaats behind him. And now Nikki Haley has the Koch network, all of which are augmenting their games. You could see an upset in Iowa. You could definitely see an upset in New Hampshire. And you could see an upset in South Carolina. After that, I don't know where either of these candidates go. Super Tuesday comes on very fast, and then you're dependent upon the momentum from those early states. If they don't have it, I think the balloon deflates pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, we are 40 days until Iowa, so I think you're absolutely right about that. Let me ask you about some of the drama that is unfolding on Capitol Hill, this big fight over the supplemental. And, Noah, the big sticking point is over this border piece of it. How to fund the border. What, if any, changes should be made at the border? And Republicans and Democrats just don't see eye to eye. And, oh, by the way, should Ukraine and Israel aid be dealt with as a part of this supplemental? Should they be dealt with separately? Should aid to Israel be conditional? There's a lot unresolved, and they want to get out of town by next Friday.
That's the only thing they can agree on, is that everybody wants to get out of here by next Friday. Yes. The House, in particular, to mollify members of the House Republican Conference who are hostile, outright hostile to the Ukrainian cause, will support it, be convinced to support it if it is paired with border funding. And changes to the status quo in statute when it comes to the border. And will they get that is the big question. The White House has signaled they're interested in negotiating. They haven't said where they want to negotiate or where they're pliable. And the House Republican Conference has yet to actually propose their own resolution to this impasse. So I'm very pessimistic that we're going to get something in the next.
Are you pessimistic? Do you share that pessimism?
Well, if I were in the administration now, this Democratic administration as opposed to the last one, I would see this as an opportunity. There are three compelling governmental interests here at stake: funding Ukraine, funding for Israel, and the border. If I were in the room, I would be negotiating on the border side of this thing. Sure, more customs officers, more border patrol, more immigration judges. H.R. 2 is unacceptable to Democrats, but changing the asylum laws, which a lot of people on the left don't like, would actually help. In the way our asylum laws are structured right now, where the bar is very low on the front end to qualify, does serve as a magnet for a lot of what we see on the southern border. And as long as we're talking about this general topic, let's take care of the DACA recipients, maybe provide a path to citizenship for those who've been here over 10 years. So I would see this as something of an opportunity.
The president has said he's open to compromise on this issue. Do you think that includes on asylum laws, too? Do you think there could be some common ground that they could find there?
Yes, I do. I think that there are people, even within the current administration, who recognize that we need to change our asylum laws and perhaps alter the standards on the front end.
No.
Everybody could walk away here with a victory, and everybody could walk away here with a narrative that they want to promote. The White House has been criticized, I think duly and justly, for throttling material lethal aid to the Ukrainians. They ask for something, they get hemming and hawing for 3 or 4 weeks, and they eventually get the platform that they need. That has hindered, indeed, rendered the counteroffensive this year rather unsuccessful. Republicans would be handing this president the ability to say, look, Republicans abandoned the cause. I had nothing to do with it. You blame them. They would be giving them that narrative. It would be political malpractice to provide them with that out.
And one of the fascinating things that we're seeing is Senator Lindsey Graham, a Republican, who has been really focused on Ukraine, is now saying, I'm more worried about our border than Ukraine. Doesn't mean he doesn't want Ukraine to get done as a piece of this, but it speaks to the fact that they have to deal with the border.
And Lindsey could be key to this. Lindsey understands border. He understands immigration policy. So he could play a key role here.
All right, well, we will watch him and all of the lawmakers and the president very closely to see to what extent he gets involved. Thank you so much, Noah and Secretary Johnson. Really appreciate it. Great to see both of you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.